Welcome back to this episode of Home Built Workshop. Today is another Q&A video, and we're going to talk about what's in my toolbox. Now, I've had quite a few people ask me what all I have in my toolbox, and I've been a little hesitant on making that video, but now since I'm trying to do some Q&As occasionally, I figured that'd be a good time to address this. Now, this video is not intended at all to be a toolbox organization video. It's just to answer your guys' questions as to what sort of things I keep in my toolbox. So we'll jump right in and I'll show you what I have for toolboxes. Starting at the top, I have a 26-inch 8-drawer top chest. I have this full width single drawer in the middle, and at the bottom I have this 41-inch chest. Now in the very top of this, I keep a lot of things that I don't use a whole lot. I save a lot of these containers that electrical tape comes in, so I have things like nuts, little nuts and bolts, some small hinges, some different silicones, stuff like that. A lot of dust up here, really. I don't get in here a whole lot. It ends up sometimes being just a catch-all for some extra things if I don't really know where to put it. Unfortunately, it ends up getting tossed up here a lot of times. We'll start at the top and work our way down. This first drawer has just a bunch of Allen wrenches. I've got metric and standard. I've got Torx bits and all kinds of Allen wrenches. Below that, I keep tools for cutting, stuff like razor blades, utility knives, chisels, scrapers. This drawer is mostly zip ties right now. This drawer ends up getting moved around a lot, trying to find a good spot to put them. This drawer has like punches and drifts, wire brushes, all kinds of stuff like that. Metal chisels, center punch tools. This drawer is basically a ridiculous amount of screwdrivers. There's no reason to have this many screwdrivers, but over the years, as I've combined different toolboxes at different times, I've ended up with this crazy amount of screwdrivers. Probably could pare this drawer down some. This drawer is just an assortment of 6-point and 12-point standard wrenches. This drawer is the same, only it's metric wrenches. I have 6-point, 12-point, and also some metric line wrenches. This drawer here is really just pliers. I've got all different kinds of pliers. Needle nose, I've got some big snips, pipe wrench, all kinds of pliers. Any kind of pliers go in this drawer. Now we can move on to the middle drawer. This is the only full width drawer that I have, and in this drawer is basically safety stuff and measuring and marking, where I have all kinds of different rulers, different tape measures, squares, marking gauge, got calipers. Pretty much anything that I have for measuring is in this drawer. I also keep earmuffs, safety glasses, some gloves, anything for safety and measuring. I don't know how I ended up combining both of those together in one drawer, but it just seemed logical for now. This drawer is probably one of my most used drawers. Now I'll just work our way down this stack of drawers. At the top, hammers. All kinds of hammers. Little brass hammers, regular claw hammers, rubber mallets, you name it, it's in here. Next drawer, it's all 1/4-inch drive sockets and ratchets. I've got a lot of these that are missing, so these aren't really all that well organized. I try to keep things on socket racks, but if you've used them a lot, they don't hold the sockets very well, and after a while, you end up with all this extra loose stuff. But anyway, 1/4-inch drive stuff is here, both standard and metric. Right here we have 3/8 drive, standard sockets. I've got ratchets and extensions and homemade sockets made for different things. And again, I also try, see that one fell off right there. I try to keep them all on socket racks, but over time they don't hold very well, so they end up loose. But anyway, standard sockets, metric sockets, but all on racks, extensions. Not that they're metric extensions, but somehow they end up in all the different drawers. Deep well sockets. Down here we have 1/2-inch drive stuff, both standard and metric. Sockets, extensions, ratchets, you name it. Anything 1/2-inch drive, right here. Down here, vice grips, adjustable wrenches. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. Vice grip clamps. Bunch of different styles of vice grips. Auto locking. These are kind of cool. These kind of rounded vice grips. These were my grandpa's. Down here I just have a bunch of random kind of stuff, really. Things like pullers, got a slide hammer, oil filter wrenches, hacksaws, antifreeze tester, more automotive kind of stuff. Some of it is interior trim tools, and I think there's even a piston ring groove cleaner in here somewhere. Just a bunch of random, mostly automotive related things kind of end up in this drawer. And it never closes well. And finally, the bottom drawer, just have some more clamps. Got wood clamps and C-clamps and these screw clamps, all kinds of clamps down in here, just kind of an extra clamp drawer. We'll move over here to these side drawers. This very top one is electrical related stuff, wire nuts, some crimp ends, multi-tester, wire strippers, some extra wire, just anything electrical related, a few project supplies in here and stuff like that. Electrical, this drawer. Down below that is kind of another extra drawer. It's not the best drawer, but I have, you know, like glass cutter, spoke shave, old hand drill, a brace. I don't know why these are in here, but those are some LED strips from an old project. Some bit drivers and just some random stuff. That's one drawer that I'm always kind of adjusting because I'm not happy with where everything is, but I don't have a better home for it right now. Down below here I've got all guitar related tools, files and snips and leveling beams, just different tools related to working on guitars, a fret rocker, all kinds of stuff. And I'll probably cover just guitar tools in another video at some point, because that is also another question that people have asked. What are the basic tools that I need to work on guitars? So I might cover some of this stuff. Next one down, we have staple gun, some screen spline, some spline rollers, stuff like that. Just some things that I kind of use around the house for different things. There's a faucet wrench, little roller, another roller. So kind of household type project stuff. The infamous file drawer. This thing's crazy, it's out of control. It's not a super huge drawer, but there's a ton of files and rasps in here. Card scrapers, file card, and just all kinds of stuff. Most of these are handles that I've made out of different wood at different times, just playing around with stuff. Probably not the best way to store all these so they're banging into each other, but it's what I do right now. One that I really like is this Shinto saw rasp thing. I use that a lot on guitar necks and it works really well. And lastly, this large lower drawer is kind of another mess, really. I have a respirator, a random orbit sander. I don't know why I throw it down there, but I do. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, random orbit sander, my respirator. I've got a bunch of shaker pegs down here. I also have a leather tool belt down here that I never use. I don't even know why I still have it, but I do. And it lives down here at the bottom. There's some more shaker pegs in this bag, and 12 volt power supply. Don't know why I have that in there, but I do. So that's that. So I think that's about every drawer. There you have it. Quick toolbox tour. I hope that answers some of you guys' questions that have been asking about my toolbox. Again, this is not a toolbox organization video. It merely is to answer your questions for those of you that have been asking what's in my toolbox. So thanks a lot for checking out this video, guys. I had fun doing this. I kind of like these Q&A videos, just a little more casual and answering some of your questions. And also, I want you to keep your questions coming. If there's something you want to know, make sure you post a comment down below and let me know what kind of Q&A stuff you want to see, what kind of questions you want answered. So now I need to get back to work on some projects. Remember, all my social media links as well as links to my website are down below in the description. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Airplane flying over. Boy, this is a weird angle.